Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Data Analysis with Dr. Veronica. In this tutorial, we would look at how to do translations using Google Sheet. For people working in organizations where you have colleagues in different countries and you want to manage communication across different languages or understand communication across different languages, you can use Google Sheet to make translations of text, to send emails or understand emails in other languages which you do not necessarily know how to write in. And we would also look at how to rename Google Sheet and how to open multiple sheets in a Google Sheet workbook. So I have in column A, some sentences written in English language. And I want to translate these sentences to other languages such as French, Spanish, and Swahili. And there are a wide range of languages that you can do translations to and translations from. It is not restricted to these languages that you see in this video. So, how do we do this translation? You do the translation using a function in Google Sheets called Google Translate. And of course, you have to write the equal to sign and type Google Translate like this. You open the bracket, and the first argument in the Google Translate syntax is text. Okay, this means that you need to select the text that you want to translate, and you use the comma separator. The source language is the language of the text that you want to translate from. Okay, so in this case, the source language is English, but I'm not going to type English in full. I will use the abbreviation of the language, okay, which is a recognized abbreviation that is given by Google, okay? And you can find this by going on the Google web to type abbreviations for languages to use on Google Translate, and you're going to find all the abbreviations there that is acceptable. And I use the comma separator. So you can see here, because EN is a text, so I have to put this in quotation marks so that I do not have an error message returned for me. And I use the comma separator. And of course, the target language in this case is French, but I'm not going to type French in full. The abbreviation for the French language is FR for the purposes of the Google Translate function. And I put this in the quotation marks, and I close the parentheses, and I hit the enter button on my keyboard. You have to be connected to the internet for this to work, okay? And this is a translation of let me tell you a story in French. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this down. See what I have just done. I take my mouse pointer, hover to the intersection of the rectangle just by the bottom right of my page until I have this symbol right here. I hold down my mouse and I drag down so that I can have these translation applicable to other sentences that I have on this particular sheet. So this is what I have. And we're going to go to the next language, which is Spanish. So I want to translate from English to Spanish. And I just do the equal to sign, type Google Translate here, open the bracket, I choose my text, I put the comma separator. The source language is English, and I'm representing that with EN. I put them in quotation marks, use the comma separator, and I'm translating to Spanish. But in this case, the abbreviation for Spanish language is not SP. It is Español, okay? So which is ES. ES is the abbreviation for Spanish, and I do the quotation mark again, and I close my bracket, and let us see what we have here. So this is the translation of these English sentences to the Spanish language, okay? So I'm going to do the next one for Swahili, and I'm going to put the equal to sign, type Google Translate, open the bracket, I choose the text in English, the source language is English, I close the quotation marks, I put the comma separator, and the target language is Swahili, and the abbreviation, of course, is SW. So I am going to do this, and I close the bracket, and this is what I have in Swahili. I just drag this down. To rename this Google Sheet, you just come here on titled spreadsheet and you give it a name. So I'll say language translations. And to have other spreadsheets, other worksheets on this Google Sheet, you see here right on the lower left part of the screen, you just add, see this plus sign, you just click on this, which is add sheet, and then you have sheet 2. You click here to have multiple sheets, and you keep adding more sheets to suit the number of sheets that you want. And of course, to rename a sheet, you hover your mouse around the sheet that you want to rename, and you right click, and then you're going to have one of the options, which is rename, and here you can rename multiple languages. This is how to rename a sheet, a Google Sheet, and this is how to add sheets. In this video, we're able to look at how to make translations from the English language to Swahili, to Spanish, and also to French language using the Google Translate function on Google Sheet. We also saw how to rename a Google Sheet and how to open multiple sheets in a Google workbook. If you like the contents that you have just seen, please give us a thumbs up, share the contents as well with your colleagues, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is the first time you're stopping by this YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back, and please drop in the comment section what you would like us to do for the next video, and see you in another video.